Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. Normally we would be doing a tutorial, but this is the very first time I have tried sublimation. So I'm going to walk you through what I did to set up my sublimation printer using the HIIPOO brand sublimation ink. So we're just gonna jump right in. I have an Epson EcoTank 2850. I did lots of research and this was by far the best in price in combination with good quality. All I had to do was unbox, plug it in, and follow the prompts by scanning the QR code on the front of my printer. And now we are going to add our inks. Once you are setting up or during the setup of the printer, it will tell you when to put in the inks. We are using HIIPOO brand sublimation ink. There are 4 colors that goes into this printer. It tells you to open the entire top of the printer off and then place the ink upside down in the cartridges. I did learn after doing the first one that if you release the top just a tiny bit but not enough for the ink to come out of the cap, then it will allow a little bit of airflow and go into your printer much quicker. The printer did take all of the black and I had a little bit of all of the other colors left over. So once I put them all into the printer, I did put them back into the box and set them to the side for later so I can top off my colors when needed. Once all of your ink is in the printer, then you can go back to whatever smart device that you are using for setup and tell the printer to calibrate. It takes about 10 minutes to get itself ready and then you are ready to print your first design. For our sublimation printer, we are also using HIIPOO brand. Everything that I use can be purchased off Amazon and I will link everything down below for y'all in the description. Now this paper has a design on one side and it's slightly tinted pink. You can sort of see that here, but you want to print on the white side and not the one with the light pink and logos. So I just placed that into my printer and then went back to the Epson app on my phone and imported my Brittany Barnes Boutique logo and hit print. Now, one huge mistake that I made, and you will see where I realize I made the mistake, is I forgot to mirror my image. In order to print out these sublimation designs, you need to mirror the image so that when you place it down on whatever you are pressing, it is going to be facing the right direction and not backwards. I'm not planning on making lots of sublimation designs or selling t-shirts. I really want it just for personal use and of course to make little things for my daughter for her school or whatever she would like. So I found this portable heat press on Amazon. It is a 10 by 12 or a 12 by 12, I'm not sure, but it had really excellent reviews and was $100, so I thought you can't really beat that. And I thought I'd give it a shot. It came with a card that had heat setting recommendations and the length of time that you press on them. So I just followed that to do this first design. I grabbed me a hoodie from Hobby Lobby. I just made sure that it was 50% polyester, and also a heat press mat so that it would absorb any moisture and I wasn't putting it straight down onto a non-porous surface. Not having a mat in behind this, I have read, will cause moisture to be trapped into your sublimation design and it won't press properly. Again, this is my first one. I haven't done a tremendous amount of research on it, but in the end, I'm really happy with the way that this turned out. I know there are lots of fancy tools and gadgets, and I could have used a ruler to measure down from the neck of my hoodie. I just used the palm of my hand. I read that that was a good idea, so we did it. And you might have just saw where I threw my hands up. I realized that I did not flip my image, so I went back and reprinted that and then repositioned and put my heat press on top. I applied pressure for the time that it stated. I didn't use a protective barrier in between my press and the paper, so it did stick to the bottom of it, but it peeled right off. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I made myself a logo hoodie and I'm pretty happy about it. It might not be the best in the world, but there's a first time for everything and we can only perfect from here. I am working on a tutorial for sublimation tumblers, and since we specialize in tumbler tutorials, I really want to make sure I have all of the details gathered before I bring that to you and teach you how to do that. So be on the lookout for that somewhere in the near future. Again, all the products I used are down in the description below. That is all for today. Thank y'all, and we will see you next time.